What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be going over my 1 month review of the Osmo Pocket 3. I bought this a little over a month ago, and throughout that time, I've come up with my own list of things that I like and things that I don't like. So that's what we're going to go over today. So first off, let's talk about the reason why I bought this camera. I bought this camera simply for YouTube content and social media content. I wanted something that was easy to use, fast to use, but also created a really good quality image. One of the issues that I was coming across when it came to making content was typically I'd be making behind the scenes content of me going out and shooting with my Sony a7 III, whether that's going and taking photos or video. So to capture behind the scenes of that, I would bring my Sony ZV-E10 because I love the quality of it. But with that comes a lot of annoyances because you're carrying a whole other camera body with you. It's another camera to worry about. That's really the reason why I decided to jump on the Osmo Pocket 3. I had seen a lot of reviews and I had heard that it created a really good quality image. It was small, it was very versatile, and it just looked like a great option, so I pulled the trigger. So let's talk about the pros of this camera. Number one, the versatility. You can pretty much use this camera for almost anything you want. I've seen real estate agents use it. I've seen content creators, vloggers use it. The only thing I would not use this camera for is like really important events like a wedding. You really don't want to rely on this camera at all. You're just asking for something to go wrong. The second pro is the quality. It's pretty crazy the quality this thing produces for how small it is. It's great in low light. It's great in pretty much any scenario. I also love that you get that blurry background too if you're filming yourself or something up close in the foreground. Overall, it just looks great. The third pro is that it's very small and discreet. You can put this pretty much anywhere. You can put it in your bag, your pocket, you can attach it to things. And my favorite part about this camera is that it doesn't really look like a camera to the untrained eye. So if you were out filming yourself in public, it's not like you're filming yourself with a big giant camera that everybody can see and you just feel like you're being judged. This allows you to be a little bit more low-key and discreet. I actually ended up using this when I went to the grocery store. I have a magnetic mount that attaches to this, and I attached it to my shopping cart and got like an up above view of me pushing the cart, and nobody could tell. And it created a really cool image and really enhanced my storytelling, which leads me to my last pro. It's a lot of fun to use. I think with how small it is and the quality it produces, it gives you a lot of opportunity to get super creative with your shots. You can attach it to things. If you have like a small rig arm or a suction cup, you can attach it to a car, a door frame, a suitcase, and it really just gives you a lot of room to enhance your storytelling. Now let's talk about the things that I'm not that much of a fan of. Number one is it feels very fragile. It feels like it would be very easy for something to go wrong with this. And when it comes to the work that I do, sometimes I'm in environments that aren't the greatest environments. Maybe it's raining, maybe it's very dirty, maybe I'm out hiking or something like that. I would be pretty nervous to take this out because I feel like it'd be very easy to break this gimbal. Say you put it in your pocket too hard or something like that and you don't have any protection on the gimbal. Say you get some sand in there or maybe some water. I just feel like it would be very easy for this thing to break. Number two, I don't love how small the screen is, and I also don't love that it doesn't tilt. I think it makes it super hard to use this camera without using the phone. You can't necessarily like get down and like see what you're shooting at. You literally have, if you were getting like a low shot, you would literally have to like get down on the ground just to see what you were shooting, unless you connect it to your phone. Which leads me to my last point, is that using this camera, the process is a little bit slow. Like I said, it's hard to use it without using your phone, which makes you have to turn the camera on, you have to click the app, you have to hope that the app connects, which sometimes it doesn't, and then you have to set your shot, focus your shot, and then click record. Versus if you were just out with a normal camera on a tripod, you set it up, you set your shot, it's not going to move, set your settings and click record. It's not that much slower, but it's slow enough for it to mean something to me, because oftentimes when I'm out shooting, I'm very run and gun, I'm very fast, I'm just trying to document the process in as best quality as I possibly can. And when it comes to using this, I mean, especially if you're using filters too, you put a small little tiny magnetic filter on there, you put the battery extension on there, the tripod mount. It's just a lot to think about, and it's also a lot of little pieces, which just makes you feel like you're going to end up losing something. So with all of that being said, let's talk about my final thoughts of using this camera. Overall, I think this is a great camera to be a tool to enhance your storytelling. And I say tool for a reason, because I don't think it can be used for anything more than that. I initially bought this camera to hopefully eliminate having to bring the Sony ZV-E10 out with me when I'm shooting. And after some experience with this camera, I just don't really see that happening, simply because I think the process of using this is just a little bit too tedious. There were times when I was shooting with this where I was just like, I'm just going to pull out the Sony and put it on a tripod and click record. I don't really feel like having to constantly be looking at my phone to make sure that I'm in frame. With that being said, I don't regret buying this camera at all. I think if anything, it's given me another tool that honestly I absolutely love using when I have the time to set up shots. It's really fun to use, and I think it's overall just made my content better, and I'll probably bring it everywhere with me. I'll keep it in my bag all the time. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like down below. It helps a lot more than you think. Consider subscribing and let me know your thoughts down below. What are your thoughts on the Osmo Pocket 3? So yeah, I'll see you in the next one.